Hey guys, Sophia here with turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com. We just had the Arnold 2020 Figure International Competition. We have a new champion. It was so good. Everybody looked amazing, but I figure I should come on and do a quick recap of why I thought everybody placed the way they did. So just like I did in the prediction video, I'm going to go in alphabetical order. So let's get started. 13th place was Miriam. For whatever reason, there aren't a lot of prejudging photos of Miriam, but you can see from the finals picture that I have in the middle, she actually looked better at finals than she did at prejudging. But I do have to say, her body is awesome. Her legs are amazing. Her glutes they stand out. Her glutes are really good. The only real thing that I can say as a negative is her posing was a bit shaky. She didn't have like a natural flowiness. I don't know whether it was nerves or maybe she was wobbly. I don't know, but it was just a little bit shaky. But overall, 13th place is not bad, and she looked really good. 5th place, Anna. Wow, Anna, she also has really amazing glutes. Her legs are incredible. Those quads are so defined. Her posing is really nice and smooth. And if I had to guess why she didn't place even higher than she did, I would say maybe it was the abs. She doesn't quite have the definition in her abs as some of the other ladies do. So that's about it. There's nothing else wrong. She looks really good. Brittany. All right, 16th place. Brittany has a really beautiful way of walking and moving, but I did find that her conditioning was off today for this competition. She just wasn't defined enough. Her quads look pretty good, but from the back, you're not seeing the muscles in her back or the back of her legs or hamstrings, just not quite there. Her makeup, though, was amazing. She should definitely do that again. I thought her eyes looked just gorgeous. 7th place, Taryn. Oh, I was so excited when Taryn got first callouts. I was certain she was going to be at least in the top 6. Come on. But, just barely. 7th place, which is still pretty darn amazing. Her posing is gorgeous, really nice and slow. Her hair is probably my favorite. Loved it. And her little area of improvement, little area, right? The adductors. So these right here, those two little, I say little, but they're actually big. These two big muscles could be just a little bit more defined, just to separate them out from her hamstrings. Otherwise, I think she looked incredible. Shoulders, abs, everything. You'll see what I mean, especially when I go to the next picture. If you look at the adductors on Taryn, and now look here, Rhea. Those are some amazing adductors. Wow. She was really defined. Like, she's got feathers in her quads. It's incredible. Her calves could have used a little bit more size just to balance out her legs. And I thought that her posing is a bit wide. Her arms could come in a little bit just to not be quite so big. But her body is incredible, and 8th place is fantastic. All right, Sandra, 12th place. Sandra, I really noticed how comfortable and just relaxed and confident she looks on stage. She's really quite beautiful to watch. I did think that her legs could have used a little more definition in the upper area of her quads. Like down by her knees, they look great, but up high, you're not seeing the fullness of the muscle. And then I feel like her waist is a little bit thick, and therefore it's not giving her the great, beautiful V-taper that you would want. Her abs are wonderful and very defined, but maybe just a little bit too wide. So if she could narrow down her waist, then I think she would look even better. Tiffany, 9th place, top 10. She did awesome. I think she has amazing shoulders. Her quads are just incredible, and the back of her legs are really good too. The adductors are awesome. I thought that she could use a little bit more definition in her abs, and I didn't love how dark and straight her hair was. I feel like it was just kind of heavy, and if she had maybe had some highlights or a little bit of curl, it would have just lightened up the hair and just been a little bit just lighter, right? A little bit less of a heaviness. Okay, Michelle, 16th place. Michelle looked beautiful. Her face looks really good. Her hair, her suit, her jewelry, everything. Her presentation was really nice. I just felt like her conditioning was off. She didn't have quite the definition in the legs that the other ladies had. When you look at the back, you don't see the hamstrings popping or the adductors. So it was just a bit off for Michelle. Okay, Lola. Holy moly. I was blown away by Lola. She has the tiniest waist, the most incredible V-taper. I think she has the best calves of the entire lineup of ladies. She's just insane. I can't get over it. I do think the front of her legs were more defined than the back of her legs. You're not really seeing her adductors pop, but otherwise, I think she is absolutely someone to watch out for. And sixth place is great, but I think she's going to do even better. Wow. I can't get over it. She's so good. And her posing is really good too. Okay, Erica, 10th place. She looks so good. Her legs are defined. Her arms are beautiful. Her shoulders could be a little bit bigger, I suppose, just for a little bit more balance. Um, but overall, she looks really good. The back of her legs, kind of like Lola, are not as defined as the front. And one thing with her posing, I found that her glutes don't appear as high as some of the other girls. So I do honestly think it's just the way she's posing. So look at her and now, okay, so check out the glutes. And now I'm going to go to the next picture. And Jessica's are much higher. And now if I go back to Erica, and Lola's are higher too. So I don't know if they're just maybe putting more curve in their back or what. I do think it's just a posing thing. Okay, third place, Jessica. Oh my gosh, she is so good. Look at her. Her shoulders are incredible. Her quads are incredible. Her posing is awesome. She has this like cuteness to the way she walks, a bit sassy. Um, and she's also very graceful. If I ever noticed that she was unsteady, she just would bring herself back in such a graceful way, just kind of like flowing her arms and bringing herself all back together, regaining composure, and she looked amazing. She's quite incredible. Um, the only thing that really stood out to me with Jessica is there's something about her implants that to me they're almost, I think it's just where they're falling on her body, or perhaps it's just how the suit is sitting on the implants. I find that they look low compared to the other girls. You'll notice it when she's standing in the lineup. Maybe they're just big and noticeable because they're quite round. I'm not sure. I don't know what it is. It's a minor thing, but it's just something that I noticed. Okay, Natalia. This lady, my gosh, she's just she's perfect. Her legs are incredible. Her shoulders are amazing. The adductors, the hamstrings, her glutes. She's just good. And her posing is very nice. There's no extra flourishes. It just, she's very deliberate, very, very polished and smooth. It's just awesome. Okay, Ashley. I loved Ashley's suit. The color is amazing. It's simple. It's not as ornate as some of the other suits, but I loved it. It was just glittery and bright, and it looks amazing with her skin. It was a great choice for her. Her legs are awesome. And I love how balanced she is. Her upper body and her lower body just look perfectly balanced, and they're just incredible. She looks really good. Her makeup is beautiful, her hair is beautiful. She's awesome. Fourth place. Wow. Frida. Oh, Frida has such a beautiful, tiny, narrow waist, a huge V taper. I find she really stands out in the lineup. Um, and she did this really cute little wiggle of her back in prejudging, and I loved it. The only thing I can think of with Frida is she could perhaps have more size and definition in her legs to balance out the shoulders and lats so that she's a little bit more symmetric. All right. But well, I say symmetric. I shouldn't say symmetric because she's quite symmetrical. I mean balanced. Like I mean the top and the bottom need to be more equal to each other. Because from a symmetry perspective, left to right, she's very balanced. It's just the width of her legs could be a bit more. Okay, Boyana. Oh my gosh, Boyana is just gorgeous. I love everything about her. The suit, the hair, the way she walks. She has this gorgeous hyperextension in her knee that makes her legs look like she's a ballerina. And she's just graceful and beautiful, and her body is like tight and hard, and her skin is great. There's just nothing negative to say. She's awesome. All right, Julia, 11th place. Her posing is beautiful, super smooth. Her body looks incredible. She has just the right amount of definition. Maybe her legs in the front could be a little bit more defined. But yeah, she's really, really nice. Her shoulders are beautiful. Great lat spread. Awesome V-taper. She looks great. I did think that her walk was she was taking small, slow steps, so she didn't come across as confident as I'm sure she is. So maybe just the walk out into the middle of the stage. And then lastly, we have Martina. She came in 15th place. And while I think Martina has great abs and her posing is lovely, I just found she wasn't quite conditioned enough. Her legs don't have the definition. Her arms don't look like they're popping. You don't notice hamstrings, adductors. So just the conditioning was a bit off. I liked her red hair, but I wished it had been a little bit more cohesive with the suit. Maybe a little red in the suit just to tie it all together. I don't know, but she looked good. Everybody looked good. Okay, so here's that final lineup. You can see what I mean about Anna was a little bit lacking in the abs. You can see here how Lola had the most amazing teeny tiny waist with the huge taper. And maybe you can agree with me. Let me know in the comments if I'm way off base about the implants on Jessica. Maybe just kind of being maybe too big or just too low. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Let me know what you think. But overall, these girls are so good. The side pose, you can see what I mean about Boyana's beautiful hyperextended leg. Just so graceful. And the back. And here's what I mean about Lola winning in the calves department. Wow. And Natalia, I mean, you look at her and she's like an anatomy poster. You could point to every muscle. So if we go back to my predictions, I didn't do too badly. Taryn almost made it into the top 6. She did end up getting 7th, but I ended up having 3, and my 3 were the top 3. So I guess I did pretty good. And I thought it'd be fun to take a quick look at where figure has come from in the last 10 years. It's definitely getting more muscular, and the posing is way more deliberate. So there you have it. I hope you liked my little recap of figure. I will be back and do a recap of physique as well as the Fitness International. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Give me a like if you liked it, and don't forget to follow. You can find me at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and of course on Instagram is turquoisetoffee. Bye.